Let's talk about imposter syndrome for a second. This is a bit of a buzzword and I think it's overused, but it's also a real thing. This is something I have dealt with, I deal with on a regular basis, and I think I have some insight that might help you. First and foremost, this took me a long time to realize that imposter syndrome, or feeling like you're not good enough to put yourself out there or to share or to do something in a category to which you don't think you're ready, it's really selfish if you think about it. Because what you're saying is, my feelings are more important than my purpose. So from that perspective, you need to set your feelings aside sometimes and push through it if you're being called to a higher purpose. I've definitely experienced that myself. But the fact remains, it can be scary to put yourself out there. It can be scary to do work that you don't know how is going to be received. So if there's something you feel like you want to do or you want to share, but you've held back, this is what I experienced. First, you don't have to be a world-class expert in anything to provide value to the marketplace. This took me way too long to realize, but you can be a curator of ideas, and the world needs more curators of quality ideas. There's not a lack of information with the internet and YouTube. You can teach yourself anything. You can have access to virtually any information, but people still struggle with a lot of different areas of their life because there's a lack of coherent curators who put together systems for people to follow. So if you have interests and passions that align, that integrate across different categories, it's a great opportunity for you to be a curator and help share ideas from other experts. Once I stopped worrying about being the world-class expert in corrective exercise or sports nutrition, it finally gave me the courage that I needed to step out and build a business and start sharing what I believed would help people. And the second thing is, you don't have to have some massive audience. In fact, all you have to have is one person in your universe that you can help. If you worry about how big of a following somebody has or how your market's saturated with people who are saying and doing things that you want to do, you're thinking about the wrong things. Think geographically instead of hierarchically. What I mean by that is, look in your local environment, look at your local community. Are there people you could help? For me, I had a fledgling business with a small newsletter. I had people around me and I knew I could help those people, even though it was a handful. So that's what I focused on. I focused on helping those people, not becoming famous or not being the top of some kind of imaginary food chain. So if you're stuck in some kind of doubt feedback loop and there's something you want to do, something you want to share, take it from me. You don't have to be an expert. You can be a curator of ideas, and you don't have to have some massive following. You just need a few people that you can help. And then you have to have the courage to step out and actually help them. So imposter syndrome, it's a real thing. It's a real feeling, but remember, your feelings are not necessarily always more important than your purpose.